Today on KUJH News, soccer fans around the world are mourning the loss of a Brazilian team, how the fallen players are being remembered. Also, a health advisory issued in South Lawrence and what actions you need to take. And KU receives a special recognition, why the university is being awarded for a recent update to campus. KUJH News starts now.
From the University of Kansas, you're watching KUJH News.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Ellis Wiltsey. KU is still investigating a controversial Snapchat posted by a university cheerleader. KUJH reporter Caitlin Unger is live in the newsroom with an update on the situation.
Thanks, Ellis. Well, the Snap story posted on KU cheerleader Lily Gagan's Snapchat has sure caused some uproar here at KU. 3 male cheerleaders were photographed wearing sweaters with K's on them, along with the text KKK Go Trump to Gagan's Snap story. After the Snapchat was screenshotted and turned into KU, Gagan tweeted, "I'm appalled that a Snapchat was put on my Snapchat and posted on my account. I would never have done that, and I apologize that it happened." KU Athletics then tweeted on November 22nd that all 4 Spirit Squad members were suspended until further notice. Mark Johnson, who is a practicing attorney and lecturer for KU Journalism and Law School, said expelling Gagan isn't the solution.
KU is a public institution, and that means the First Amendment applies to it. And so it can't take action against somebody because she's exercised her First Amendment rights. And it's within her right to post stuff like that.
Associate Athletics Director Jim Marciani told me he's not sure how much longer the investigation will take place, but all 4 cheerleaders are suspended until then. The Chancellor's office has not commented on what actions the university is taking in this case. Live in the newsroom, I'm Caitlin Unger, back to you in the studio.
And go to our website at tv.ku.edu for the latest updates on that investigation. A memorial will be held tonight in honor of the Brazilian soccer team's fallen members. Tonight is the same night when Chapecoense and Atlético Nacional would compete for the championship of Best Soccer Club in South America. The dreams of the Brazilian team taken away following Monday's deadly crash. Only 3 of the team's players survived. Colombia's Atlético Nacional is urging South America's football governing body to award the Copa Sudamericana title to the Brazilian soccer club. Sporting Kansas City manager Peter Vermes expressed the team's condolences in a press conference yesterday. He said that the soccer community is incredibly small and the club's wishes and prayers are with the families of the fallen players. Raging wildfires have ripped through Tennessee with devastating results. 7 have died and several families are still searching for missing loved ones. Firefighters are continuing to put out flames and bracing for the possibility of spot fires. The fires destroyed at least 250 homes and businesses. The fires also forced more than 14,000 residents and tourists to flee to nearby shelters.
That's our message. We're going to be okay. And if you really, really want to do something for Gatlinburg, we're going to be back on our feet in just a real short time. Come and visit us. Come back and vacation here.
Thousands of people evacuated their homes as the wildfires consumed about 15,000 acres in the resort-heavy area of Tennessee. Tennessee officials are hoping that the forecasted rain this weekend will put an end to the flames. Here in Lawrence, I am not hoping for any more rain. Jacob Asherman is here with a first look at our weather.
Yeah, Ellis, fortunately for Tennessee, they've had some showers and thunderstorms push through their area, bringing some much-needed relief. But here in Lawrence, things certainly a lot more quiet. It's dead week, and you can see looking at these live shots, things are certainly dead on campus. Temperatures have been in the low 40s, especially with these low clouds we've been having. But with these cold temperatures, could we be seeing winter weather, our first snow this weekend? Stay with me, I'll have your full forecast.
Well, affordable high-speed internet will soon be available to every Kansas school. Governor Brownback announced the Kansas Connect and Learn initiative will increase internet access in all public schools. The initiative is a partnership between the state and a nonprofit organization, Education Superhighway. Brownback estimates that around 300 rural schools lack the internet connection they need.
A lot of places don't have access to a lot of technology, and I think putting more funding into that will definitely help because globally we're advancing in technology, so it's definitely good to be updated with that.
And Brownback hopes this initiative will be complete within the next 3 years. The Lawrence Utilities Department has issued a health and stream advisory for Naismith Creek. The advisory is for the area in and around 31st and Louisiana Street. The Utilities Department says the advisory is a result of a sanitary sewer overflow that has caused potentially elevated bacteria levels. Signs around the creek warn residents to not fish, swim, or allow their pets in the creek until the city has made sure the area is back to normal. The Utilities Department is currently monitoring the creek and conducting sampling at this time. The city will remove the advisory once water samples show no health risks. The League of American Bicyclists named KU a Bronze Bicycle-Friendly Campus for its efforts in improving and promoting a bikeable campus. The award comes after the KU Bicycle Advisory Board and Center for Sustainability's Campus Bike Plan that was completed this fall. The campus bike plan included additions to the bicycle signs and markings around campus, as well as hiring a campus bicycle coordinator.
We submitted our application to become a bike-friendly campus. That group will then provide some feedback on things that we can work on to continue to improve, or to maintain our bronze status, but also look at can we move up to silver next.
KU joins over 150 colleges and universities across the country with the Bronze Bicycle-Friendly University honor. Well, one of the most popular movie series in America is adding another storyline. Coming up, how early ticket sales may be foreshadowing this movie's success.
And if you're a winter weather fan, stay with us. I've got some good news for you after the break.
Let me ask you a question. When you think of the American Legion, what comes to mind? Is it our volunteer programs that let wounded veterans know they're not forgotten?
I'm here to make sure our heroes know their sacrifice is not forgotten. I am the American Legion.
For nearly 100 years, the American Legion has been our nation's leading advocate for veterans and their families.
I am the American Legion.
This is today's American Legion.
To learn more, visit legion.org.
They said I have troll teeth.
That my voice sounded like a possessed baby doll.
That no one would ever love someone as stupid as me.
That I was fat, ugly,
disgusting.
The effect of bullying is potent.
We will no longer be the silent majority.
Now, when you see online bullying, there's something you can do about it.
We're gonna take action with the I.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness, and so are you.
President-elect Donald Trump continues to pick his cabinet nominees. He announced his Treasury Secretary and Commerce Secretary earlier today. Trump selected Steven Mnuchin for the Treasury Secretary position. Mnuchin is a former Goldman Sachs executive and served as Trump's campaign finance chairman. And for Commerce Secretary, Trump selected Wilbur Ross. Ross is a 79-year-old billionaire and chairman of W.L. Ross and Company. Trump has not chosen his Secretary of State, but former GOP presidential nominee Mitt Romney is under consideration for the position. Trump and Romney talked foreign policy over dinner last night. Romney spoke to reporters after the meal and commended the president-elect's transition.
We had another discussion about affairs throughout the world, and these discussions I've had with him have been enlightening and interesting and engaging. I've enjoyed them very, very much.
Romney is one of 4 finalists for the job, along with former New York Mayor Rudy Giuliani. Luke, I am your father. One of the most historic sayings in movie history. KUJH reporter Sam Alla has more on Star Wars hitting the big screen again.
Jin, trust the Force.
Even the Force could not help Fandango when it came to a large amount of traffic trying to buy tickets to the newest Star Wars movie, Rogue One. According to Fortune magazine, Fandango had to create a wait room due to the crashed website. I found a very passionate fan at KU who got his tickets and could not be more thrilled.
I could say I'm a historian of sorts, and in a respective, I won't compare myself to real historians, but historian of Star Wars, and as a fan, yes.
It's now December, and we thought political controversy was over. But it's never over. Munch is taking a strong stance on his political views. Rogue One will be the 8th Star Wars movie released. 8 movies that Munch hopes his significant other hasn't seen.
Usually if I find a girl who hasn't seen them, I'm like, yes, I know what our dates will be for the next 2-3 weeks.
Well, that's one lucky lady. The movie hits the theaters December 16th, and if you think it's impossible to get a ticket, just listen to Master Yoda.
I don't believe it. That is why you fail.
From a galaxy far, far away, Samoa, KUJH News.
And there is still time to grab opening night tickets, but you better hurry because hundreds of thousands of tickets were sold within minutes. But if you prefer watching a movie from the comfort of your own home or on the go, Netflix just made that a little bit easier. Today, Netflix announced members now have the option to download movies and shows to watch offline later. This means you can finally watch the new season of Stranger Things and Bloodline while stuck on that flight or the subway, away from Wi-Fi or a cell phone signal. The feature is free with all Netflix memberships. Netflix originals like Orange is the New Black and Narcos are already available for download. But shows like Gilmore Girls, New Girl, and Friends can't be downloaded for now. Well, if you were outside at all today, you know the winter weather is coming, but will it stay cold for the rest of the week? KUJH weatherman Jacob Asherman has the details.
Yeah, Ellis, depending on whether or not you're a fan of winter weather, I've got good or bad news for you. It's cold. We all know that. We can feel that. It's going to stay cold. And with these cold temperatures, we could be seeing our first snow of the year. I'll have some details on that in a second. First, look at your almanac. Temperatures right around average. It's dead week, and for us weatherman, it's pretty dead boring, the weather, at least for the next couple of days. You can see right now, we're hitting our high for today, 45 degrees. It's chilly and it's breezy outside, especially with that northwest wind, 15 miles an hour. So if you're walking down Jayhawk right now, it's probably not a bad idea to bring a coat, especially with that cool wind coming down. It's like a wind tunnel, makes things very, very chilly. Tonight, it's going to get even colder, nippy, 34 degrees, especially with that northwest wind. Dies down a little bit, but it's still there. So if you have any Thursday night plans going out, you like me, you got to study for exams coming up. Not a bad idea. Again, bundle up. It's going to be chilly out there. Tomorrow really doesn't look all that much better. Starting your day off like it's tonight, 34 degrees. It's going to stay partly cloudy most of the day. By noon, things do warm up a little bit, 43 degrees before things start to slowly cool back off by 7 o'clock, 37 degrees. Now, here's that winter weather I wanted to talk about Saturday. Now, details are still a little uncertain, but right now have a 30% chance of snow Saturday night into Sunday morning. Again, details are a little unclear right now. We're kind of looking at rain, snow mix. We'll have maybe a little more certainty later on this week. But if we were to get some snow, maybe expect 1 or 2 inches at most. So it's going to be a light dusting. Shouldn't interfere with your weekend plans all too much. But if you're a winter weather fan, that's certainly good news, Ellis.
Well, from the winter weather to someplace a little bit warmer. The baseball team returned from a foreign tour Sunday evening. KUJH reporter Molly Pat Horan is live at Hoagland Baseball Park to tell us more about their trip.
While we were all eating turkey last week, the Jayhawk baseball team was spending their Thanksgiving in the Dominican Republic. When the Jayhawks landed in the Dominican Republic last Wednesday, they went straight to batting practice at the Kansas City Royals complex. But heavy rain in the country eliminated a few of the scheduled games. The team was set for 5 games while on this trip against the Dominican Republic developmental teams of the Kansas City Royals, the San Francisco Giants, and the Philadelphia Phillies. But with limited days of good weather, the team only played 2 games. However, head coach Rich Price wanted to make the trip more than just about baseball. Coach Price brought the Jayhawks to the Dominican Republic 4 years ago and says the best part of these trips is giving back to the community. He made that happen again this year.
4 years ago was the best experience I ever had in a game. And the reason it was so special was to see the reaction of my guys and their involvement in the community services.
Before the Jayhawks left, they packed over 150 bags full of KU t-shirts, school supplies, and other KU materials to give to the kids at the low-income schools. The team taught the kids how to play basketball, field ground balls, and Red Rover. Pitcher Jeremy Kravitz said it felt great to give back to this community and see the joy on the kids' faces as we interacted with them. The kids kept thanking the players and saying how grateful they were just to have the team spend the day with them. But Coach Price's highlight of the trip was teaching the kids 3 English words: Rock, Chalk, Jayhawk.
Okay, now can we go all together? Rock, Chalk, Jayhawk. Can we do that?
Kravitz said this trip not only impacted the kids they served, but also the team itself. He said it really put their lives in perspective to show how blessed they are to live the life they do and play baseball here at the University of Kansas. Reporting live in Lawrence, I'm Molly Pataran, KUJH News.
By NCAA rules, a foreign tour can be made every 4 years, and this was the second time the team went to the Dominican Republic.
Coming up in sports, the volleyball team starts their journey through the tourney Thursday. Find out their opponent next.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, B, console her?
Don't worry, sweetie. This is gonna happen a lot.
Or C, find her a new boyfriend?
Nice, single boys. That was weird.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
When my youngest, Addie, was 2.5, she was diagnosed with leukemia. The doctor stopped by and said, well, it is leukemia. And then the next thing she said without even missing a beat was, and here's what we're going to do. We are so blessed and lucky to say that she is extremely healthy. I could not be more grateful for groups like the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. It was that research that let that doctor say, it's leukemia, and here's what we're going to do.
Welcome back. The men's basketball team turned around their shooting woes Tuesday against Long Beach State. After struggling with field goal percentage for most of the early season, the Jayhawks started the game shooting 67% from the floor. Sophomore LeGerald Vick had a career night, going 9 for 9 and scoring 23 points. The other Jayhawks scored in double figures, and Kansas finished the night shooting nearly 60%. KU went on to win 91-61. Kansas will play Stanford Saturday in Allen Fieldhouse. The volleyball team is looking to repeat last year's magical Final Four run. The NCAA committee gave the Jayhawks the number 5 overall seed this year, up from 9 last year. We caught up with the team after they heard their name on Selection Sunday.
Super excited. Obviously, it's a big deal to keep playing after November, and the Jayhawks are still in it, so it's awesome.
We're going to take it and run with it. We get to host the first round in Horse.
I think it's great that we can play at home in front of our own crowd, and it's going to bring a lot of energy.
You know, if a 9 seed can get to the Final Four, why can't a 5?
Let's keep it going, because this can be special, right? Yep. All right. Yep.
Yeah.
Jayhawks 1, 2, 3.
Jayhawks!
Kansas will start its tournament run Thursday at Horsch Family Athletic Center. The Jayhawks are coming off their first ever Big 12 championship and are the 5th overall seed in the tournament. Their first opponent will be Samford out of the Southern Conference. Kansas is looking to continue their success against SoCon opponents. They beat Furman in the first round last tournament. If the Jayhawks win Thursday, they will play either Northern Iowa or Creighton Friday. They already swept both teams this season. After losing its first 2 games, the women's basketball team is looking to extend its 3-game win streak. The Jayhawks will travel to Omaha, Nebraska to face the 2-3 Creighton Blue Jays. The Jayhawks' leading scorer, Mackenzie Calvert, comes in averaging 17 points per game, and Jessica Washington is coming off a 19-point performance in KU's overtime victory over North Dakota. The Jayhawks will start their 2-game road trip in Omaha, then followed up with a showdown in Tuscaloosa against Alabama on Sunday. Track season is almost here. KU will start its indoor season Friday in Anschutz Pavilion. 3 things to look for in their first meet of the season. 2-time All-American Sharon Lokiti will likely not run in this meet, as it is just 2 weeks removed from her 5th place finish in the NCAA Cross Country Championship. Olympian Dana Levy graduated from Kansas in May, so the hammer throw team will need to find a way to replace her. Finally, junior sprinter Trey Daniels is healthy again, which will bolster the men's 4x100 relay team of Ivan Henry, J. Ron Hartley, and Quentin Dancer.
Well, that sounds like a lot of running, and somebody who might be running around with joy. Queen Elizabeth is going to be a great-grandmother again. The Queen's granddaughter Zara Tyndall, and her husband are expecting their second child in the new year. A spokesperson for the couple confirmed the news on Wednesday. The new addition to the royal family will be Queen Elizabeth's sixth great-grandchild. And so cute.
Very adorable.
It's a big family.
It
6
is.
grandchildren.
Yes, definitely in time for the holidays. A fun holiday blessing. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and have a great rest of your afternoon.